let me handle it. Pretty good run. Yeah. She made me do it. Let me see, where is it? Yeah, there.
No, you have got to change it. It's terrible.
Damien, dear boy, the lighting is more than sufficient.
Do not call me dear boy. All right?
All right.
And it's sufficient as if it were a mortuary. But if you don't mind, I would like to see my painting. I mean, that's the whole thing.
Hello?
Hello? I'd like to speak with the director.
Very well, sir. I'll get her for you if you would just sign our guest register.
Of course.
Thank you. I'm Renee Murian. Mr.
Angelo, how do you do?
How do you do?
I understand that recently you sold a Truman York for $1.2.3 million.
Yes, as a matter of fact, we did.
Winston Hope.
Yes.
Ah, what a shame. He's always one step ahead.
Then you must know Hope is the foremost York collector in the world.
Yes, I know. Unfortunately for me.
However, if you're interested, Mr. Angelo, I do have another York I could show you.
Really? I'd be very interested.
This way. Beautiful work, don't you think? So typical of York's subtlety in the use of color and space. Mr. Angelo, what are you doing? Please! Hurry, girl, hurry!
I wouldn't do that. I'd have to tell him you're dealing in forgeries. I'm a one-year-old Winston Hope. Interesting use of color and space, don't you think?
You know who this was, don't you?
No, but he's insane.
Truman York.
You're insane. York died 5 years ago.
But they never recovered his body.
What are you saying? Are you saying York isn't dead? Damien, where are you going?
No, I'm afraid we don't have any hot knees at the moment. But we're expecting several from California very soon.
Well, thank you very much.
You're quite welcome. Oh, excuse me. If you have any questions, my name is Maureen.
Is Mr. Graff in?
You're?
Just tell him it's an old friend from Mexico.
Mr. Graff, a gentleman to see you. Says he's an old friend from Mexico?
Thanks.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
If you'll just follow me.
What are you doing here? What the hell are you thinking about?
Just came in for the day. Maybe two.
Well, you shouldn't be here at all. It's too dangerous.
Did you see this? From Art International. The Nurian Gallery sold that painting to Winston Hope for over $1 million.
Yes, I know.
It's a fake.
I thought it might be, but then again, I thought it might be one of your earlier works I didn't know about.
So anyway, I flew in this morning and I went to see Renee Nurian.
And guess what? She's got another of my fakes on the wall. You know what I did?
What?
I destroyed it.
You destroyed it? Have you gone mad? Why draw attention to yourself like that?
The point is, Philip, I want you to get to the bottom of it.
Well, I would love to get to the bottom of it. But if there are other fakes of the quality of Hope's painting, then we have an obvious problem.
There's still forgeries.
Yes, but only one person can swear to that. You. And you're supposed to be dead. Oh, Truman, I worry about you. If it becomes known that you're still alive, then two things can happen, both bad.
Oh, tell me.
Well, somebody could inform the police.
And?
Well, the price of your work could drop by 50%.
And you'd have to cut your prices then, wouldn't you?
Well, I don't represent you just for money. I do it because you're my friend.
In the first place, I don't think anyone recognized me. Second, a flood of forgeries in the market is not going to raise my price, is it?
No. All right, I'll try to see what I can find out.
Good. I'm registered at the Brown Palace Hotel under the name Angelo.
Michelangelo?
Why not?
I'll be in touch if I find out anything. Michelangelo.
Winston Hope, please. Maureen Gilman. Winston, I've got interesting news.
What's up? Another shipment from south of the border?
You might say that. Truman York showed up.
What the hell are you talking about?
Just what I said. He was just in here talking to Philip. He's staying at the Brown Palace Hotel. Calls himself Michelangelo.
He always was a little pretentious.
He told Philip the painting you bought from Renee Nurian is a fake.
Don't mention it to anyone.
You know me.
I'm afraid I do. So don't worry, I'll make it worth your while.
I just love it when you talk money.
No kidding.
True?
Hi. It's me. Just relax. Take a deep breath. What's wrong? I probably should have called first, but I figured if I just showed up, I could cushion the shock. Or something.
I don't understand any of this. What about the accident?
I survived it. I hid out in the mountains until they stopped looking for me, and I managed to make it to Mexico.
And that's where you've been? All this time?
That's where I've been. Straightening myself out. Painting. Keeping low profile.
Why didn't you let me know?
To be honest with you, I didn't think you'd want to know.
Well, what about the police? Why would you take the chance of coming back here?
I had to see you.
Me? What for?
A second chance. Listen, I know how badly I screwed up. Things are different now. I'm different. I've been off drugs for 4 years, and all I can think about is being back together again.
True, please.
I love you. I love you. Probably more than I ever did. Philip's been keeping me up to date. So I know you're not involved. Are you?
You've been in touch with Philip?
I just left him. Somebody's been dumping forgeries of my work on the market, but what do you say?
I say you're going too fast. I can't even think straight.
We had something pretty special, pretty damn marvelous, in fact. At least until I screwed it up. But we can have it again.
Come back to Mexico with me. We live like royalty. You can sculpt and I'll paint, but we'll do it together.
But this is all too much for me.
I'll be in town until tomorrow.
You don't know. You have no idea how many nights I cried myself to sleep when I thought you were dead.
I know what I must have put you through. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
There's so many bad memories to get over.
I know.
Look. I just need a little time to sort everything out. I'll call you in the morning. I promise.
I'll be at the Brown Palace Hotel. Ask for Mr. Angelo. I'll be waiting for your call.
York! Hey, you. With the overcoat. You're Truman York, aren't you?
No. No, I think you're mistaken.
Turn around or I'll shoot.
Security!
Face me, damn it!
I'm sorry.
You know who I am, don't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You ought to know.
You
You killed my wife.
Mister, you got the
You
wrong...
murdering bastard!
Mr. Angelo, are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine. Would you have somebody go up to 308 and bring my bag down, please? And do you have a phone I could use?
Yes, sir. Right this way.
Liz? Yeah, it's Truman. Listen, I got a problem. Well, someone's onto me. Is there any chance that I could crash at the studio tonight? I'll explain it all later. Please. Oh, that's great, baby. That's great. Just leave the key above the door for me.
Thanks, baby. Thanks. What? Right. In the morning.
I lost him. We better call the police.
All right.
Taxi, sir?
Yes.
Where are we headed?
122 Market Street. You can put it in here. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Follow that cab. Step on it.
Long believed dead, the well-known artist reappeared in Denver on Saturday morning, was found murdered in an artist's studio Sunday morning. York was apparently killed in a tragic motorcycle accident 5 years ago. Police have arrested noted photographer Joel McKelvey on suspicion of first-degree murder. McKelvey's wife died in that same motorcycle wreck. So, why did this McKelvey call on us for representation?
Obviously, he wants the best.
Tell me this. Why are we interested in representing him?
He's a friend of mine.
From where?
From pre-law, I minored in art, so did Joel. I thought it would be a breeze. It almost blew my GPA. Anyway, I ended up here, and he went on to become a famous photographer, and the world was deprived of one more Perry Mason.
Poor world.
You didn't answer my question. Why do we want to represent him?
Because he's innocent. I know him. He couldn't have done it. He wouldn't have done it.
Just like that, huh?
Yeah, well, sort of. Just like that.
Well, then. We sort of better talk to him. Just like that.
She was just a kid from a small town in Minnesota. And he was this, glamorous celebrity. She'd never have a chance. And then he killed her.
He almost killed himself at the same time.
I wish he had. But I swear, I had nothing to do with his murder. I had no reason to kill him.
Mr. McKelvey, why would anyone believe that?
Don't you see? The day he killed Diane, he was drugged out of his skull. The cops saw him. He was still facing a charge of vehicular homicide. That's why he went down to Mexico. I mean, the point is, he was still facing a long prison sentence. All I had to do was sick the cops on him.
Why did you follow York's cab?
I don't know. I guess I still wanted him to admit to me face to face that he'd killed Diane. I even followed him upstairs, but just as I had my hand on the knob, well, I finally realized I'd only make a complete fool of myself. So, I just went away.
How did you know York would be at the Brown Palace Hotel?
I got a call at my studio. Then I went over there and waited.
Who called?
I don't know. It's just some guy who said York was staying at the hotel under the name of Angelo. I didn't recognize the voice.
Where were you at the time of the murder?
I was home. Alone.
No witnesses?
No witnesses. Well, what do you think, Mr. Mason?
I think I want the truth. If you didn't intend to shoot him, why did you bring a gun to the hotel?
The truth. When I went to the hotel, I did want to kill him. Sorry.
All right. We'll represent you. Don't be sorry for telling the truth.
Thank you. Thank you both. Do I have a chance?
Everybody has a chance, Mr. McKelvey. You have one very good friend. We'll try to make it two.
When I was an undergraduate, I remember seeing this film about painters, and there was a whole section on York. That's where I met Joel. We had this professor, Dr. Bainsworth, who collected these interviews on videotape. Almost every contemporary artist you could think of, and York was one of them.
Well, we should see the one on York.
Bainsworth was a real fanatic. He used to feed all the tapes into a computer.
What for?
To make it easier for research.
I could try to get the York tapes from Dr. Bainsworth.
I'm not sure he's still at the university. I'm not sure where he is.
Della.
I'll start calling first thing in the morning.
And what'll we be doing?
Well, you and Joel will be finding out who knew Mr. York was still alive and in the city.
I'm sorry. I've just been this emotional basket case since it happened. Been looking for another studio. And every time I walk in here, I just...
You were the one who found him.
I called him, there was no answer, so I drove down here. He was just lying there. To see somebody you love like... Anyhow, I was so hysterical when I called the police. I don't know how they even understood what I was saying.
But 5 years ago, weren't you the one who walked out?
That doesn't mean I didn't love him. I just couldn't live with him anymore.
He was into drugs then?
Drugs, alcohol, other women. I just got to the point where I felt I had to save myself.
Why did he come to see you?
Wanted me to come back to Mexico with him. Swore he was clean now and that he still loved me. He said we could live like kings down there.
And what did you say?
Nothing. So shocked at seeing him alive, I could barely talk. I went home that night and thought about it, and I finally decided I'd see yes when I saw him in the morning. Nothing here for me anymore, and God knows I loved him. I never stopped loving him.
Mrs. York, I need to ask a few more questions. How long were the two of you together?
We met when I was a student at the Art Center. He was teaching a drawing class. We were married 3 months later. That was 9 years ago. Excuse me. Those were Truman's canvases. This whole place used to be his. When he was gone, I took it over. I could just never bring myself to get rid of any of his things. Must have been so horrible.
You said there was nothing for you here.
Well, there's nobody I'm really close to, and My work hasn't exactly been taking the art world by storm.
I certainly like what I see.
You're on a very short list. The only reason I've survived this long is, except for one, I've had to sell all the paintings Truman left behind when he disappeared.
Sold to whom?
A man named Winston Hope. He was a big collector of Truman's.
Did he know your husband was still alive?
I don't know. But there's one man who knew. Philip Graff.
He's your husband's art dealer.
Truman said that Philip had been keeping him up to date and that he had just seen him.
Well, thank you for your time, Mrs. York. I'm sorry I had to intrude.
I take it you don't believe that Joe McKelvey killed my husband.
No, I don't.
I hope whoever did do it burns in hell.
Goodbye, Ms. York.
As a matter of fact, I didn't believe it was York, even after Damien said so. Not until I saw his picture in the paper after the murder.
Excuse me, who's Damien?
Damien Blakely, a young painter. I'm giving him a one-man show here next week. Hey, you! Be careful with that. It's worth more than you are.
Did Blakely know York personally?
I don't think so.
But he took off right after York did, and he seemed pretty upset, too.
You said York claimed the painting he destroyed was a fake. Was it?
No. My insurance company authenticated it, and they've agreed to pay me for the loss.
Where'd you get the painting originally?
From a collector in England when I was there last autumn. Lord Kingsley?
Miss Scott here says that York claimed the painting you sold to Winston Hope was also a forgery.
Yes, but as far as I know, it's also genuine. I got it from the estate of a collector in California last year.
Did you know York personally?
No.
Okay. Oh, and by the way, did either one of you tell anybody York was here that day?
I told you, I didn't believe it was him.
Well, thanks for your cooperation. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
From now on, you don't open your mouth about any goings-on in this gallery. Do you hear me? Now, kindly return to the desk.
What the hell was that all about?
Damien, how long have you been here?
Long enough to know that I don't like that guy. Who is he?
His name's Melansky. He works for Perry Mason, Joel McKelvey's lawyer.
Yeah, I've heard of Mason. He could be trouble.
Yes, I knew Truman York was still alive. And yes, I did correspond with him from time to time.
Why didn't you tell anyone?
He was my friend. Maybe I was wrong to protect him, but I like to think that somebody would have done the same for me one day if it had ever been necessary. I also knew that he was carrying on with your wife. I'm sorry. I tried to talk him out of it, but Lisanne was about to leave him.
York came to see you the day he was killed. He told his wife. She told Perry Mason. He told me.
Yes, he was here. And you know, he finally seemed to have pulled himself together.
Did you mention to anyone that you'd seen him?
No, of course not.
What did he want?
Well, he was concerned about some forgeries of his work. There were two that he knew of. He wanted me to do something about it.
Did you do anything?
No. That night he was killed.
You're probably the world's leading authority on York. Why didn't you challenge the authenticity?
Well, York destroyed the one in the Nurian Gallery. And as for Hope's alleged fake, it's a brilliant work. Until Saturday, I had no reason to believe that there were any fakes on the market. Joel, over the years, I've sold a great many of your photographs. We go back a long way. I don't believe that you killed Truman York. And I assume that since he is defending you, Mr. Mason doesn't believe it either.
I assume that, too.
Then before you go,
Then he handed me this check.
Hey, 25,000, very generous. But we're already being paid.
He said this isn't a fee. It's a reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of whomever murdered Truman York, assuming I didn't.
Assuming you didn't. Of course, Graff just might be trying to cover his own guilt. All right. What else?
Well, Renee Nurian said she didn't really believe it was York, even after this Damian Blakely told her that it was. But if York could make the forgery claim stick, then Nurian would be out of business. So there's motive.
What about opportunity?
York signed the guest register at the gallery, Michelangelo, and he put down the Brown Palace Hotel. So she could have followed him from there to Lizanne York's studio, just like Joel did.
See if she has an alibi.
Damian Blakely is the one who recognized York and followed him out the door. But there's a lot I don't get about him. For example, he's generally considered a third-rate hack. But Nurian's giving him a one-man show.
What motive would Damian Blakely have?
All right, Ken, check him out. Let's not forget Lizanne York. She'll inherit whatever he had, and she certainly knew where York was when he was killed.
Perry Mason's office. Who's calling, please? It's for you. Won't say who it is.
Mason? Yes? Yes, I'll be there.
Who's that?
Some woman wants to meet me. In the garage.
Mr. Mason?
I think so.
I'm Maureen Gilman. I work for Philip Graff. Your client came to see Mr. Graff today.
Yes, he did.
Philip gave him a check. A reward.
Again, yes, he did.
I think I have enough information to collect that money.
You know who killed Truman York?
I think it was Philip Graff, or one other person I could mention.
What reason would Graff have had to kill York?
I've been Mr. Graff's assistant for the last 3 years. A couple of times each year, I'd accept delivery of 1 or 2 crates from Mexico. Mr. Graff always unpacked them himself. Maybe a week later, he'd announce he just acquired another Truman York somewhere.
So you figured York was sending paintings from Mexico and Graff was selling them?
York was supposed to be dead, so the paintings brought in huge prices and huge commissions.
So?
So, the point is, if it came out York was alive, it'd be a big scandal. No more Philip Graff.
Who is this other person you were going to mention?
Winston Hope. I called him right after York left. I told him York was in town and at the Brown Palace Hotel.
Why?
When I had scoped out Philip's scam, I contacted Winston and made a deal. I'd tip him off whenever a crate arrived from Mexico, so he'd get first crack at buying York. In return, I got 5% of the purchase price.
Very enterprising.
I also told him York claimed the painting he bought from Renee Nurian was a fake. He paid over $1 million for it.
Miss Gilman, you may indeed have first call on that reward.
Good. I'll be in touch.
I'll have the check ready.
York sent me maybe a dozen paintings in the last 5 years.
Which you sold at inflated prices.
Yorks go very high these days.
Where were you at the time York was murdered?
I was at home, alone in my apartment in Humboldt Street.
Can anyone substantiate that?
Why would anyone need to? Are you implying that I had anything to do with York's murder? That's insane. He was my friend. And why would I want to kill the goose that was laying all those beautiful golden eggs?
I'm not implying anything, Mr. Graff. York is dead. Nobody can prove you were selling hardly dried canvases of a dead man, so you're safe.
I had nothing to do with True's murder.
Did you know York was spending the night at his wife's studio?
No. No, he told me he was registered at the Brown Palace Hotel.
Sir, I can easily subpoena both your telephone records and those from Mrs. York's studio.
Yes. All right. He phoned me from her studio. He wanted me to know where he was.
The York paintings from Mexico. Did you sell any of those to Winston Hope?
Yeah, maybe half.
Then he is also a York expert. Tell me, how could he be fooled into buying a fake from René Nurian?
Well, I believe it is a very brilliant forgery. You see, Mr. Mason, we're not talking about some old master that can be authenticated by structural or chemical analysis or by any other scientific technique. To authenticate a contemporary work requires a very special eye. It is an art, a talent. That is not given to just anyone. Now, Mr. Hope is a York enthusiast, but I would suggest that if he wants another York painting authenticated, then he should employ me.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Graff. I'll be in touch.
Mr. Mason, does the news of the Mexican paintings have to be made public?
If it helps me defend my client, yes. Thank you.
Get your stuff together and get out. I want you gone in 15 minutes.
You told him.
No, I'm sorry. He figured it out for himself.
Oh, well, don't worry. I was about to quit anyhow. He's the cheapest boss I ever worked for.
I'm sure you'll find something very great very soon.
Oh, I'm also counting on that reward money. So take good care of it.
My name's Ken Molansky. I called for an appointment.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Right. Come on in.
So, what do you want, Molansky?
Well,
Oh, yeah, this is Mala Sikorsky.
how do you do?
Hi.
Hi. I know this is going to sound like a line or something, but I know that I've seen you before.
She's one of the highest paid print models in the country. How many covers, babe?
At least 15 last year. Modern woman, nouvelle, elegance, high style.
And way back, she used to sit for me. And in between gigs, she still does. Don't you, babe?
Sit, stand, lie down, whatever.
So, what's all this about?
Can I talk to you alone for a minute? I need to ask you some questions about the murder of Truman York.
All I know is what I read in the papers. And we can talk in front of Mala.
Okay. I understand you were the one that identified York that day he made the disturbance at the Nurian Gallery.
I didn't at first. I mean, he just sort of looked familiar. You know, but when he started yelling fake and destroying the painting, it all clicked.
The receptionist at the gallery says that you left just after he did and that you seemed upset.
I wasn't that upset. I mean, you know, it was like seeing a ghost or something. Mother, why don't you relax for a few minutes? And I rushed out because I had to get back here and get to work. I'd already wasted most of the morning at the gallery, and I was way behind in my work getting ready for the show.
Your one-man exhibit, right?
Right. You were waiting for me when I got back here. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Did you tell anyone else that York was alive and in town?
No, not even Mala.
Why not?
I guess I didn't think it was anybody else's business.
Could you tell me where you were at the time of York's murder?
Why the hell should I?
Tell it to me or tell it to the court.
What time was he killed?
Coroner estimates about 10:30 that night.
10:30. The two of us were together. All night, as a matter of fact.
You were here working that late?
I wouldn't exactly call it working. And it wasn't exactly here. I'd say it was much more like play. And it was at Mala's. You don't mind, do you, babe?
That true? You and he were together all night long?
Do you have a problem with that?
No. No, I don't have a problem with that. Mind if I take a look around?
So, you interested in art?
Yeah, I am. All these yours?
Sure. Why wouldn't they be?
So many different styles.
You know Picasso? Do you know how many periods he went through?
Picasso. Right. Well, thanks for your time. Sorry to have interrupted your work. Mind if I keep this brochure?
No. If you get a chance, come by and see my show.
Yeah, I'll try to make it. Nice meeting you.
Bye-bye.
Some business competitors think that my interest in art is just a cover-up. To con people into thinking that I'm actually human. This, of course, comes from men who have to go to a watchmaker when they have heart problems. Do you remember our trek into Tibet? I got you that job, Joe.
Yeah, and almost got me killed. You know, some of those photos are in this book. That was one of my first assignments.
Joe, you never did sign your book for me. So, how about it?
Sure.
You know, with the murder trial coming up, I bet your photos could get twice the price.
That is a very striking painting.
Yes. I got that at York's first show. Turned out to be one of his personal favorites. He almost refused to sell it to me.
The York you bought from the Nurian Gallery. Is it here?
Sure is beautiful, isn't it?
You know, of course, York claimed it was a fake.
So I've heard. But I know as much about York as anyone else. And I think it's genuine. Of course, I'll let some experts examine it. If it turns out to be a forgery, I'll put it in the hands of my lawyers.
Mr. Mason would like me to ask you a few questions.
Really? I thought you'd like to ask me a few questions.
Isn't it true that if York were still alive, your collection would drop sharply in value?
Perhaps. But you see, Joel, I don't collect Yorks for investment. I collect them because they give me nourishment for the soul. Now, that's a rare commodity for someone in my line of work.
Winston, where were you at the time of York's murder?
From what I understand, he was killed between 10 and 11 at night. I was having dinner at Chez Louis. Lisanne York, by the way.
Yes. I understand you have a personal interest in her.
We're good friends, that's it.
If you were more than good friends, You might have had a very interesting motive to see York dead. But, as you say, you're just good friends.
I'm telling you, there is no collector in England named Lord Kingsley. In fact, there's no Lord Kingsley, period. In other words, you lied to me.
Did I say I got it from Lord Kingsley? No, I meant I bought it from an art broker who told me that's where he got it.
Ms. Nurian, unless you tell me the truth, we're going to subpoena your records and have each and every York painting you ever sold examined for authenticity. In fact, Mr. Mason may decide to do that anyway.
Please.
Just the fact that it's being done could make it very rough on the gallery.
Yes.
Of course, if they do turn out to be fakes, you'll face serious criminal charges.
All right, I was lying. But if any Yorks I sold were fakes, I swear I didn't know.
Where'd you get them?
I mean, he swore to me they were genuine.
Who swore?
Damien Blakely.
Well, where'd he get them?
I don't know.
You mean you didn't want to know?
You had to realize there was a good chance they were fakes.
Is that why you're giving him the one-man show as partial payment for the forgeries?
Yes. I mean, no, I told you I didn't know they were forgeries.
You stupid, big-mouth fool. Can't you keep
Hello,
your...
Mr. Blakely, I've got something for you. A subpoena.
Yeah? Well, shove it.
Might as well take it. You've already been served. I hate that. Wait here, I'll be right back.
Move it. Okay, let's see that subpoena.
Don't be an idiot.
Huh? Have a little fun. Huh? Like having a little fun?
Looking for this? You drop it along the way.
Thanks. You've just been served twice, Mr. Blakely. Yeah, maybe. Believe me, our little fun isn't over yet.
Except that he's got an alibi, my money's on Blakely.
Your accept is serious.
Yeah, I know, but he's the one that supplied Nurian with the fake Yorks. He probably forged them himself. And if York exposed him, he'd be in deep trouble.
Well, that certainly gives him a motive, but what makes you think he's the forger?
Well, when I was at his studio, I saw these paintings of his. They were in all these different styles, but the main thing is the guy's got a violent streak a mile wide.
If he's as violent as you say, be careful.
Right.
Speaking of motive, Winston Hope seems to have a pretty good one.
You're saying his art collection would be worth a lot less if York stayed alive?
Yeah. What about our other suspects?
The only others who knew York was alive are Philip Graff, Lizanne York, Renee Nurian, Maureen Gilman, and you.
Well, we'll stay on all of them. Della, I'd like you to chase the money trail.
What money?
The York forgery seemed to lie at the bottom of all this. I want to know where the profits went. Ken, I've been thinking about you and Blakely. I don't want any violence, so I'll go see him. 36 hours, 36 hours. The hearing starts in 36 hours. That's not a lot of time to come up with a lot more than we have right now.
I hope it's okay I drop by.
Well, I was expecting someone else.
You got a minute?
Yeah, I guess. Come on in. I better put something on.
Well, you don't have to change it on my account. Didn't seem to bother you yesterday. It shouldn't bother me. Well, after a while, it didn't bother me.
Look, work is one thing. It's what I do for a living, but outside of work, it's an entirely different ballgame. Especially with a man I hardly even know.
We could get to know each other.
So, what do you want?
I just wanted to confirm that you and Damian Blakely were together the night that Truman York was murdered.
I told you we were.
Yeah, I know, but I thought maybe if he wasn't around, you might remember it differently.
I remember it exactly the way it was. We were together here the entire night.
Are you and he a couple?
You know, a long time ago we were. We still go out a lot, and once in a while we end up in bed together for old time's sake, I guess.
So you're not seeing anybody special right now?
Is that your business?
No, it's not. But I figured maybe some night we could have dinner together.
Look, I think you've got the wrong idea about me.
I don't have any idea about you, except that I thought maybe it might be nice to spend a quiet evening together.
All right, why don't you just give me a call? But I'm expecting somebody, and it might look kind of funny if you were here.
Yeah, okay. So what about tonight? Dinner.
Yeah, but you know what? I really gotta
Well, I'll pick you up at 8.
Okay.
It's the last painting I have left of True's.
It's very good.
Yes, it's also the reason why I was having dinner at Chez Louis with Winston Hope that night.
What time did he take you home?
Oh, about 11:15.
You were together the whole evening?
Yes. Except for about a half an hour.
Half an hour?
Winston excused himself, said he had to make a business call. But he was gone for so long, I was ready to walk out. When he finally came back, very apologetic, said he had trouble getting an overseas line.
Again, I like your work.
Thank you. But I'm afraid if they were really good, they'd be in other people's houses instead of mine.
Do you know Renee Nurian?
Yeah, I've met her a few times. Gallery openings, that kind of thing.
What about Damian Blakely?
The painter? I've heard the name. That's about all.
Of course you know Philip Graff.
Of course, for years. He's also a neighbor.
I thought he lived on the other side of town.
Well, he does, but maybe you don't know this about Philip. He started as a painter himself. When he couldn't make a go of it, he opened the gallery. But he still sort of plays at it. He has a small studio in the same building where I have mine.
Well, goodbye, Mrs. York. You've been a great help.
May Nurian is a damn liar. I don't know where she got her fake Yorks from, if that's what they are, but it sure as hell wasn't from me.
If not you, who?
How would I know? Look, I don't have to steal, and I don't have to forge anybody's work.
Because you're a big success?
Because I sure as hell am going to be. Bigger than that phony York ever dreamed of. Especially after my show next week.
What if Nurian cancels the show?
I'll sue it for every cent she's got.
No. It's understandable. Painter works for years and years. Never really develops a style of his own. But he's got to live. So he rips off the work of a more successful artist.
Get out of here.
Why don't you just tell me?
I said get out of here.
Look, Blakely.
Get the hell out of here. Oh, you made me break my hand. My painting hand.
I can always get you the name of a good lawyer.
So you started out as an artist model?
And you grew up in the Northeast, went to college in Colorado, and became a lawyer. We've been over all that.
Yeah, I guess we have. So, you ever posed for Truman York?
Once. But he was so strung out on coke, he never finished the painting.
Oh, that's too bad.
What do I care? I've run into a lot of whacked out painters in my time. That's how I got into print work. People are saying, and the money's a lot better. I said that before, too, didn't I?
Yeah, I guess so.
You know, I've got this early call for this gig tomorrow, so, maybe you could take me home?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Check, please. Look, it's not even 10 o'clock. Something bothering you?
Well, there's nothing bothering me.
Because if there is, I could come up, we can have a cup of coffee and talk about it.
It's just too late. And remember, I warned you that you may have the wrong idea about me.
What about if I call you tomorrow night?
I don't think so. Thank you for dinner, though.
Yeah. Maybe you could help me out.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Do you remember Miss Sikorsky coming here with a man named Damian Blakely a week ago Saturday night?
Damian Blakely.
Yeah, they're old friends. He's an artist type about my height. Evidently, they go out a lot.
Doesn't go out a lot with anyone you described.
Well, who does she go out a lot with?
Who knows? I guess what I mean is she goes out a lot with someone else. Matter of fact, if she keeps to her pattern, she'll probably be heading out again any minute.
What kind of car does she drive?
Red and gray Mustang, parked right out front.
Thanks.
We have an emergency. The point is that we're in trouble. The whole damn thing is getting bogged down. We have a deadline to meet. We do not have time to screw around. Let's take 5 minutes among ourselves and get this all worked out. Okay? I'll be back. Hi, gorgeous.
Hey.
So, what's the evil word?
The evil word is very good. I got the money. I got all the money.
The whole 35,000? Beautiful, baby. Beautiful.
Yeah, and not only did Hope have artwork in his office, he had photos, personal stuff. His climbing expeditions, racing stints, stuff like that.
Still think Blakely's our man.
He's a serious contender.
Contender? Blakely must have found out that York was at his wife's studio and killed him so that York couldn't expose him as a forger.
Della, it may be difficult, but I'll need the phone records of every public phone booth within a block or two of the Nurian Gallery.
What for?
If you're right about Blakely, it could help prove he was the anonymous caller who tipped off Joel.
I'll get on it right away. Oh, and I located Professor Bainsworth.
Joel, see if the professor has a copy of that tape.
And tomorrow afternoon, I'll have those financial records.
The hearing's at 10.
6 p.m., all right?
Right now, I'm betting Blakely's records are the only ones that count.
He's not the only suspect.
Barry, this is our murderer.
Yes. Miss Gilman had told me she had seen Truman York and he was staying at the Brown Palace. I had my driver take me there.
So you heard Mr. York give the cab driver the address of Mrs. York's studio at 122 Market Street, did you not?
I suppose I did, but I didn't go there. You can ask my driver.
I did. But he only works for you during the day. Mr. Hope, why were you going to York's hotel?
I had paid a very high price for one of his paintings. York claimed it was a fake. I wanted to find out why.
Would you please tell the court where you were on the evening of Mr. York's murder?
Certainly. At her request, I had dinner with Lisanne York to discuss my purchase of one of her husband's paintings.
Which you did not buy?
Well, at the present time, I am experiencing a small cash flow problem.
And Mr. York's Lazarus-like return from the dead would have caused a serious decline in the value of his paintings.
Perhaps.
And perhaps you were about to lose the more than $1 million you'd paid the Nurian Gallery for a painting that was being called a fake. Mr. Hope, where did you and Mrs. York dine that evening?
Chez Louis.
Very fine food, Chez Louis. And during dinner, you were absent for approximately 1/2 hour.
I know, it was very rude, but I urgently had to make an overseas phone call.
Isn't Chez Louis only 4 short blocks from the studio where Mr. York was murdered?
I really don't know.
1/2 hour would be plenty of time for a man to travel 4 blocks, commit a murder, and return to a restaurant to finish that wonderful dinner.
Objection? Argumentative? Move to strike?
Sustained and granted.
Mr. Hope, you have some photographs on your office wall. In one of them, you are part of a mountain climbing expedition.
So what?
So, whoever killed Mr. York had to climb to the roof and then rappel to the floor below, a skill with which you are more than familiar.
Objection, Your Honor.
I have no further questions.
Mr. Fryman?
Mr. Hope, I have never climbed a mountain. Now, the distance between the skylight and the floor of the studio is roughly 16 to 18 feet. In your opinion, could an inexperienced climber like myself have been able to make such a vast descent?
Of course, anybody in this room could have done that. That's including the judge.
One more question, Mr. Hope. Do you have any proof that you did indeed make an overseas call from the phone booth at Chez Louis?
As a matter of fact, the bill arrived yesterday, and the call was charged to my credit card.
You think you might bring us a copy of that bill, Mr. Hope? Mr. Mason might find it interesting reading.
I read it. I have it right here.
Nothing further.
Witness may step down. Next witness. Mr. Mason?
The defense calls Philip Graff. Mr. Graff, at my request, you examined a group of paintings allegedly executed by Truman York. Paintings purchased from the Nurian Gallery over the past few years. Is that correct?
Yes.
And what was your opinion of those paintings?
Each and every one of them was a fake. Brilliantly executed, but nonetheless forgeries.
You're sure?
Mr. Mason, I have been Truman York's art dealer for 15 years. I know the entire body of his work.
Including the ones York was shipping to you from Mexico after he was dead.
Yes, those two.
No further questions.
Mr. Fryman?
Oh, nothing, Your Honor.
Mr. Mason?
Please call Rene Nurian to the stand.
Every York painting I bought and then sold was supplied to me by Damien Blakely.
Weren't you just a little suspicious as to where Blakely got those paintings?
No?
No? No? Thank you, Miss Nurian. No more questions.
Mr. Fryman?
No questions.
No more questions?
No more questions, Miss Norian. You may step down.
Defense calls Damien Blakely. Mr. Blakely, we've heard Rene Nurian testify that you were her sole supplier of the alleged York paintings.
Alleged? Hell, they were genuine.
Where did you obtain those paintings?
Different collectors.
Why didn't they sell their paintings through legitimate dealers?
Okay. I know this will probably get me in trouble, but... You see, word got around that I could, wash them.
Wash them?
Well, you know, launder them. They'd give me the paintings, and I'd arrange a sale where they wouldn't have to pay any capital gains tax.
You also heard Philip Graff testify that all those paintings were fakes.
Yeah. Well, maybe Mr. Graff has his reasons for saying that. Like maybe he wanted to keep the prices up on the Yorks he was smuggling in from Mexico.
Mr. Blakely, is it true you paint in various styles?
Yes. But if you're implying that I forged those paintings, forget it. I never forged anybody's work in my life.
I've heard you say that before. Now, where were you at the time Truman York was murdered?
Oh, I spent the night with a model I work with, Mala Sikorsky.
No more questions, but I reserve the right to recall this witness.
Mr. Fryman?
No questions.
Witness is excused, subject to recall.
Defense calls Mala Sikorsky.
Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth?
I think this could be our whole case.
I do.
I think so, too.
Mala Sikorsky.
Why don't you ask me what I think? Miss Sikorsky, you just heard Damien Blakely testify that you and he spent the night of the murder together.
Yes?
And before this trial began, you signed a statement to that effect.
Yes, I did.
Was that signed statement true?
No, it was not.
And you have no knowledge of Mr. Blakely's whereabouts on that night?
No. None.
Why were you willing to lie for Mr. Blakely?
He gave me $35,000.
You were willing to perjure yourself for money?
Yes.
You no longer need the money?
No, I need the money very much. My husband is in the hospital dying of hepatic encephalopathy caused by drug abuse. I'm the one that got him hooked on drugs. I kicked the habit, but he couldn't. I'm working with a friend of mine on a drug program, and we're trying to collect money. But I need money now for my husband's hospital bills. You see, we don't have any insurance, so no matter how much I work, the money's never nearly enough. So I thought I would pick up a fast $35,000 from Damien. I'm sorry I lied, but when you love someone, you do things. And I'd probably do it again. But I'm not lying now.
I don't believe you are. Thank you. No further questions.
Okay. You see, after that guy from your office called, I figured I might be a suspect or something, and it'd be better if I had an alibi. So I made the deal with Mala. But I had nothing to do with killing York. I didn't even know the guy.
Mr. Blakely, what if I told you that moments after you followed Truman York out of the Nurian Gallery, a phone call was made to Joel McKelvey's studio?
I wouldn't know what you're talking about.
Mr. McKelvey is prepared to testify it was your voice telling him Truman York was at the Brown Palace.
So I made the call. So what?
So you made the call. Why?
Well, I was worried York might get me into some trouble I didn't deserve. And of course, everybody knew the way McKelvey felt about York. So I thought maybe if he knew where York was, he'd do something.
Like what, sir?
Well, like murder him.
Like murder.
Hmm?
Mr. Blakely, isn't it true that you killed Truman York because you were afraid he would reveal your forgeries?
No. And you've got nothing to back that up.
Oh, yes, I have. Right here. I have no further questions at this time, and I reserve the right to recall the witness.
No questions.
Then this witness is excused. And court is recessed till 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
What the hell are you trying to do to me, Mr. Mason?
Nothing, Mr. Graff. I was only attempting to get everything in this case before the court.
That business of the paintings from Mexico could ruin me.
Mr. Graff, Joel McKelvey isn't the only one who might have had reason to kill York. That's a key element of our defense. But if I accused anybody, it was Damian Blakely.
Yes? Well, you're way off base there, too.
What makes you think so?
Because there is no way that a mediocre hack like Blakely could possibly have faked those paintings. They're simply too good.
He's right.
Perry, I think you should look at these right away.
Financial records?
More of Blakely's, but very important.
Why don't you just give me a summary?
Over the last 3.5 years, Blakely has deposited a series of sizable checks from Renee Nurian.
For the fake Yorks?
And each time, he immediately withdrew half the amount in cash.
So he was paying somebody off.
Evidently.
Yeah, but who?
Ken, go to Blakely's studio. Wait for him if you have to. Tell him I need to talk to him tonight, and I don't care how late it is.
He won't be thrilled to see me.
I have to speak to him before I get him back on the stand.
On my way. Hey, Blakely. I can't face it anymore. Sorry about everything. Damien. I touched the note before I thought about fingerprints.
Okay, Mr. Molansky. Well, too bad for you guys. This note isn't a little more specific.
What does that mean?
It means at least he could have confessed to York's murder. As it is, your guy is still on the hook, and your number one suspect has just been wheeled out of the door.
He says in the note, sorry about everything.
Well, he could have meant that he was sorry about the paintings that he forged. This guy was facing some pretty stiff charges.
Until tonight, it didn't seem to bother him.
Well, evidently it bothered him enough to put a bullet through his head.
Maybe.
We found his gun registration, sir, and it's a match.
That doesn't mean it was suicide.
Counselor, his gun, a suicide note, he's facing serious charges, maybe even a murder rap. Now, are you saying that it is not suicide, Counselor?
In court this afternoon, Blakely walked off the stand as if he didn't have a care in the world. He looked as smug as he does in this picture.
Something wrong, Perry?
No. Brock's just helped me figure out who killed York and Blakely. It may be impossible to prove, but you can't call it wrong, can you?
No.
No.
Yes, I'm currently chairman of the Department of Fine Arts at Midwestern University, and prior to that, I was professor of art at Lincoln College here in Colorado.
And for the past 10 years, you've been engaged in collecting videotape interviews of American painters.
Yes.
Dr. Bainsworth, would you briefly explain your methodology?
Certainly. I tape the interviews, and they may last as long as 3 or 4 hours, and then have them computerized. Now, in that way, my students and other researchers may either view the entire film or access the artist with a specific question.
In other words, if one enters a question through an electronic keyboard, the response will appear on a video screen.
Your Honor, I object to this entire line of questioning as totally irrelevant and diversionary.
The purpose of Dr. Bainsworth's testimony is to lay a foundation for the appearance of my next witness.
And who is your next witness, Counselor?
I would like my next witness to be, in essence, Truman York.
What's going on here, Your Honor? Mr. Mason is insulting this court. Truman York is dead.
But he is recorded for many hours on videotape in interviews conducted by Dr. Bainsworth.
Your Honor.
Just a moment, please. Are you saying it is your wish to cross-examine a videotape?
Well, yes, Your Honor. First question, please give us your name.
Truman York is the real name. My parents were ardent Democrats.
Second question, how long have you been painting?
Well, I guess you could say I've been painting since I was about 3 years old, when I decided that the family dog looked better with green stripes. Yeah, but seriously, I guess. I guess high school, I realized that I wanted to be a professional artist.
Question 3. Do you believe there are any specific rules to the creation of art?
I think there's a basic truth to art, and that's that there are no limits or rules. If there were, it would cease to be the full and free expression of the individual, which is what art is. Or at least what it should be.
Your Honor, how long are we to be subjected to this?
Will there be a point, Mr. Mason?
I believe so, Your Honor.
Very well, proceed.
Last question. Are there any rules which you as an artist impose upon yourself?
Well, my one imperative is that I never do the same thing twice. See, or if I'm unable to capture the essence of a subject, I realize there's a lack of necessary empathy, and I'm out of here. I'm on to the next thing.
Thank you, Professor Bainsworth. Thank you very much. I have no further questions.
Mr. Fryman?
At my house, my 10-year-old son plays the video games. No questions.
Defense calls Lizanne York.
No, I'm afraid I didn't know Damian Blakely.
Then, of course, you've never been to his studio.
No.
As you know, Mrs. York, the subpoena that brought you here today also required you to bring with you what you claim to be the last painting of your late husband that you still own.
You didn't have to subpoena me or the painting. I would have been happy to bring it here voluntarily.
Nevertheless, I would like you to identify it for us.
Yes, that's mine.
Indicating the painting of a girl reading a book on a balcony. That was painted by your husband, Truman York?
Of course.
Defense requests that the painting be marked Exhibit D for identification.
It will be so marked.
Now, Mrs. York, I'd like to show you another painting. This painting belongs to Winston Hope, and it has hung in his office for many years. In light of your husband's imperative about never painting the same subject twice, can you explain what has happened here?
Obviously, Mr. Hope's painting's a fake.
I have no more questions at this time, but I reserve the right to recall the witness.
Granted. Does the district attorney wish to cross-examine?
No, Your Honor.
The witness is excused, subject to recall.
Defense recalls Philip Graff. I apologize for recalling you, Mr. Graff, but do you recognize this?
Oh, yes, of course. Winston Hope bought this painting at the very first showing of Truman York's work. They actually was a favorite of True's. I had to talk him into parting with it.
Your Honor, I ask that this painting be marked Defense Exhibit E for identification.
It will be so marked.
Mr. Graff, as Truman York's dealer for more than 15 years, did you ever know him to repeat a subject in his work?
No, absolutely not. Truman was an absolute stickler about that.
Then, how do you explain the painting there? Mrs. York testified it was painted by her husband.
I can only assume that it is a fake.
Thank you, Mr. Graff. No further questions.
Mr. Fryman,
Nothing, Your Honor.
witness is excused.
Thank you.
I recall Lizanne York and request I be allowed to question her as a hostile witness.
Granted.
Mrs. York, isn't it true that you and Damian Blakely were business associates?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The two of you were in the business of selling forged paintings. Forgeries of your husband's work, selling them to the Nurian Gallery and possibly others.
That's ridiculous. I didn't even know Damian Blakely.
Blakely was the one who slipped the fakes into the art market, but you were the one who painted them. You were the one who painted the forgeries.
That's crazy.
Mrs. York, we know this painting is genuine. So according to your husband's own words, this one must be a fake. I submit in the 4 years you lived with York, you managed brilliantly to copy his exact technique and style. Your forgeries fooled everyone. Everyone, except your husband.
If anyone was forging Truman's paintings, it must have been Damian Blakely.
You and Mr. Blakely had a great thing going, didn't you? But it was threatened by your husband's sudden reappearance. Which of you decided York must be killed? Which of you decided Blakely should call Joel McKelvey so he could be set up to take the fall?
This is all a lie.
I submit that Damian Blakely murdered your husband the very evening you were having dinner with Winston Hope. A dinner intended to give you an alibi. But then suddenly, Mrs. York, it became apparent to you evidence was piling up against Blakely. You knew if he were arrested for York's murder, he'd name you.
You're making all this up.
So, Mrs. York, you went to his studio and calmly, calmly, shot him dead. You didn't have to break in. Both of you had keys. His suicide note was an easy matter for a master forger, wasn't it?
No. Why are you doing this to me? I told you before, I didn't even know Damian Blakely.
Oh, that's right, I forgot. You didn't even know Damian Blakely. Mrs. York, we are showing you a blow-up of a photograph of Damian Blakely appearing on an advertising brochure for his exhibit at the Nurian Gallery. We'll mark this, Your Honor, Defense Exhibit F.
No objection.
It will be so marked.
And this is a blow-up of a police photo taken at the scene of Blakely's alleged suicide, which we'll mark as Defense Exhibit G.
No objection.
It will be so marked.
If you'll notice, both pictures feature the same chair and the same stand. In the police photograph, there is something missing. A piece of metal sculpture on the stand. This morning at 7:19, at my request, the police obtained a warrant, searched your studio, and found that. Look familiar? It should. It's the sculpture missing from the second photograph. Mrs. York, how did your original sculpture get to Damian Blakely's bedroom before he was killed? And how did it end up in your studio after he was killed?
I don't know.
I submit that after you shot and killed Damian Blakely, you took the sculpture so there would be no apparent link between you. But there was a link, wasn't there? A very deadly one. A deadly conspiracy. You conspired to kill your husband, and you murdered Damian Blakely, didn't you?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
You conspired to kill your husband, and you murdered Damian Blakely, did you not?
Well, I had to. Don't you see? Truman nearly destroyed me. He was a monster. Couldn't let him do that to me again. So I let Damian kill him. But he wasn't really dead. Not really. I saw Truman every time I looked in Damian's eyes. I just had to get free. You can understand that, can't you? Can't you?
I understand that you conspired to murder your husband, and then conspired to put the blame on Joel McKelvey for that murder. I understand that you did murder Damian Blakely. Do you understand all those things, Mrs. York? Your Honor, I move that all charges against Joel McKelvey be dismissed.
Your Honor, the people have no objection.
Motion granted, Mr. Mason. The defendant is free to go. And I order the witness, Lizanne York, be held on 2 charges of first-degree murder. This court is now adjourned.
rolling. Frank said he got here about 2 minutes ago, so let's just go in.
Okay, guys, come on.
What are you doing here?
I wanted to get a shot of you arriving at work.
I thought this was going to be just an interview.
Oh, it is, but I thought it would be nice to open with you starting your day. Would you mind taking another sip of coffee?
Yes, I would.
Perry, we finally got a response from those people at Harvard. What's going on?
A very good question.
I think we can cut here. You ready? Mr. Mason, is there any kind of client that you wouldn't handle?
Yes. One who lied to me.
Barry, I got that. Oh, I'm sorry. Hi.
Excuse me. Mr. Melansky and I need a moment alone.
Of course.
Well, I got Williamson's statement, but I don't think it's going to help our case much.
Young lady, this interview, is over. I do not want you disrupting my office.
I'm just trying to add a dimension of reality, sort of television verite, if you know what I mean.
Look, Charlie, it is Charlie, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Check with Ms. Street. Make a date for me to come to your station. I'll do as long a law day interview as you wish.
Okay. Can I still use the footage I took today?
Damn it, girl.
Mr. Mason, I realize that we're intruding, but I'm really trying to go for sort of a naturalistic thing, you know? And I do keep my word. I won't use any footage unless you approve first, okay?
That's a wrap.
Okay, folks, stand by. Bring up camera line for me, would you, Phil? Tighten that up a little bit. Yeah, that's nice right there. Hold it. Thanks.
Jeff, when can I get some time in here to do some online?
Maybe tonight. I'll let you know.
Thanks.
Okay, let's do this.
And now, Rand Cosmetics once again brings you the whole truth as revealed by the one, the only, Ted May.
Thank you. Thanks, folks. Thanks very much. And to everyone at home watching our live show today, welcome. Today, the spotlight of Revelations falls on Judge Joshua Cohn. Now, I invited the good judge here today to discuss a certain weekend he's rumored to have spent recently at a law conference in Los Angeles, but he declined. However, I did manage to track down someone who was at that alleged conference with him. Please welcome his alleged research assistant. This is Miss Carrie McCloskey. Carrie. Welcome. I love your outfit. Have a seat there, Carrie. Now, Carrie, this research that you did for the judge down in L.A., just exactly what kind of briefs did it entail, anyway?
He is the first really bona fide hit I've had since I started this network.
He does get away with murder, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. God love him. And he hasn't done too badly by you, either.
Sponsoring a show is one of the two best decisions I've ever made. The second was to become engaged to him. Makes his contract negotiations a lot easier.
Carrie, you've been a great guest today. I want to thank you for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, a big hand for Carrie McCloskey, Judge Cohen's girl, Friday and Saturday and Sunday. Carrie, thank you. But before we close today's show, I have an announcement, a very important announcement. It's here. Everything you wanted to know about me, Ted Main, but were afraid to ask. has finally been revealed. Yes, indeed. The truth is out, and not just the truth about me and my many thrilling adventures, but also about some special women I've known and loved before, all in intimate detail. So whether it's the famous star of her own TV series, and I'm referring, of course, to the lovely Roxanne Shields, the star of the hit TV series Undercover. Another special lady in my life is the widow of a celebrated congressman, Mrs. Nora Turner. Turnabout's fair play, and now the sometimes harsh spotlight of truth falls on me. So whether I tell you all about my romance with a high-fashion photographer, or whether it's closer to home and you get to meet a sophisticated and beautiful television producer, I can only warn you that if you pick up this book, you won't put it down. It's all true, it's all in here, and it all goes on sale tomorrow. So you've been a great audience. This is Ted Main saying, watch yourself, because we just may be watching you too. See you tomorrow.
I don't believe it. Were you aware he even had a book?
Not me, you're his producer. You didn't know about this?
No. You must have known. Oh, I read the galley. You read the galleys. You're gonna marry him. How can you let him publish a kiss and tell book? But it all happened before we met, so why should I care? Besides, this should push his ratings and my company's sales to an all-time high.
If you two will excuse me, I'm gonna go congratulate our star.
So tell me, what does he say about me? Plenty. That SOB. Yes, but he's our SOB.
Oh, Perry Mason. Very big time stuff. Almost as big a deal as this, or haven't you heard about my autobiography yet?
The United Nations was all abuzz.
Came by to bring you your very own copy. Check it out, it's a good read.
Oh, that's very nice of you, Ted, but I haven't finished reading Mein Kampf.
Read it, Charlie, tonight, because tomorrow you're going on special assignment, interviewing all the women I've known and loved.
Ted, I don't know if you've forgotten, but I don't work for you.
You do this time.
Says who?
Harold Tyson. You remember Harold, the man who signs your paychecks?
Ted, I'm doing this piece on Perry Mason.
Cool down, Charlie. Mason can wait. This just became the hottest story in show business.
Why don't you use it? Come on.
Okay, cut.
So itchy. Nuts. Hi, Charlie Adams, TCT Cable News. I really like your show.
Oh, thank you.
Have you read Ted Main's book?
No, I haven't.
Are you going to?
I have much better things to do with my time, thanks.
Roxanne, how do you feel about Ted Main?
What? The next time I see him, I'm gonna ram this for his rotten little heart!
Roxanne, don't you
just leave me alone, okay?
When David died in that plane crash, well, it was quite a blow for me and my daughter. Sandra had school, of course, so she recovered fairly quickly.
Why are you talking to them? Can't you just leave her alone? Let's cut.
I want to have my say. This is important to me.
Roll. Go ahead, Mrs. Turner.
Anyway, after David's death, I became a virtual recluse. Then about 2 years ago, I met Ted. In a way, he brought me back to life.
So are you saying you're glad you had your affair with him?
In hindsight, no, of course not. But at the time, He was very supportive. I was vulnerable, and you might say that he took advantage of me. I had no idea that he'd end up sharing our relationship with the world. That's all I have to say. Excuse me.
Make sure you get a shot of that picture of her and Turner over there.
Okay.
I'll see you back at the station.
All right.
Hi, Beth, it's me. Listen, did you have any luck finding that fashion photographer, Mary Singer? Well, she's got to be somewhere. Where does she know May from? A hotel. Great. Well, did you try this hotel? Uh-huh. Okay, well, I gotta go. Keep trying, okay? Okay, bye.
You promised me. I need it. I've spent my life getting permission from people. I don't intend to get it from you.
Mom, I'm only trying to help.
I'm sorry. I'm mad at Ted Maine, not you. Maybe I can repay him someday.
This is my Miss Passion. Let's use her first, okay? And this is number 2. Make sure you get the champagne glasses in this one. And this is a hot ticket. Oh.
You are not gonna use that picture.
Brenda, sweetheart, it's just a blow-up of what's already in the book.
I don't care. How could you do this to me?
Where's your sense of humor?
I went out with you, didn't I? Ted,
Oh, hi, babe.
something's come up.
Why the long face?
There's something you better see.
Next time I see him, I'm gonna ram this through his rotten little heart!
Roxanne, don't... So Nora Turner gave me this Hearts and Flowers routine, and Mary Singer is nowhere to be found, but I think that Roxanne makes up for them.
Mm-hmm. I thought you'd better know.
This book is gonna bring you nothing but trouble. And it serves you right.
When are you going to stop being such a spoil sport? Besides, this is great stuff. In fact, I want to use a clip from that for my show today.
Ted, she threatened you. You've got to be careful. In fact, I think maybe we should hire a bodyguard.
Roxanne's not really capable of doing anything.
You never know. I vote for the bodyguard.
Everybody gets something straight. I've been in the news business 20 years. I've covered 12 wars, 2,000 stories. I've always watched my own back. I'm not going to start running scared because some hysterical woman threatens me with a Boy Scout knife. Now, I want a clip from that up to the booth because I'm running it on my show today. Okay? Excuse me.
Next time I see him, I'm gonna ram this through his rotten little heart!
Roxanne, don't...
How could you do this?
What am I supposed to do? Become a nun?
So what do you think, Annie? The blue or the red?
The red. Come on, it's a premiere. You want to stand out.
You think so?
How long have I been working for you? I know so. Listen to this. I've had 6 people ask me if you're really going to kill Ted Maine. 2 of them volunteered to do it for you.
You know, my agent's always telling me to get involved with something environmental. So I figured killing Ted would be right up there with saving the ozone layer, don't you?
Tell me when you're going to do it. I'll hold his arms.
What a creep, playing that tape on his show like that. I guess that's what I get for being involved with him, right? What time is it?
5:30.
I'm gonna lie down for a little while. I've got an evening premiere and a 6 a.m. call. Life is hard, Annie.
Yeah, and all you get in return is fame and fortune. I'll press this before I go.
Thanks. Oh, and can you tell him to hold all my calls and wake me up at 8?
Got you.
Give my regards to your sister.
Thanks.
Good evening, Miss Ming.
Can I help you with something?
No, I just thought I saw someone I know come in here.
Maybe I can help you, man or woman.
No, that's okay.
Do I know you from someplace?
Never mind. I must have made a mistake. Thank you.
Phew, strong perfume. Must be French. American. It's called Roxanne. Now, how would you know that? You get to be my age, you know just about everything.
Well, this is a pleasant surprise. I knew you weren't mad at me. Come on in, I'll make you a drink. Scotch neat, right? So what's with the scarf? It's not that cold out, is it?
Oh, excuse me. Is this by any chance the lady in the red dress you saw getting off the elevator?
I suppose it could have been.
No, Arnie, it must have been. That's Roxanne
But she had on a scarf
Yeah,
and
but Arnie,
sunglasses.
the perfume, remember
Excuse
the
me, excuse me.
perfume?
What about the perfume?
Well, she was wearing this perfume, right, that she sells. It's called Roxanne. Arnie recognized it.
Well, is that right, Arnie?
I never forget a scent.
Oh, don't take your coat off yet.
Why not?
You just had a call from your TV friend, Roxanne Shields. Oh, you know. You sent her an invitation to the charity dinner.
Of course she accepted.
She's just been arrested for murder. She was calling from the police station.
I mean, look, I admit being mad at Ted. I mean, who wouldn't be? The guy described every sexual encounter we ever had in graphic detail. I've never been so mad at anyone my whole life.
Witnesses say the killer was wearing a red dress and the perfume you endorse.
I was getting ready to go to the premiere. And unfortunately, my assistant Annie was already on her way to Cleveland and can't confirm my whereabouts.
Any idea how the killer could have known that you would be wearing a red dress?
Oh, I don't know. I wear a lot of red. Maybe they just got lucky.
Maybe. You know, I'm curious. Why did all those women find Maine so...
Because I guess he was a very good actor. He made you believe that you were very special and that he loved you.
Sorry I'm late.
Roxanne is my associate, Ken Malansky. Roxanne Shields.
Nice to meet you. I just talked to Brock. They found the murder weapon, a knife. It was identical to the one Miss Shields used in that videotape. They found it in the trunk of your car.
Oh, come on. How stupid do they think I am? Can't they tell that this is a frame?
Miss Shields, I'm afraid they see it more like an airtight case.
Particularly after what I said on television. God, how could I have been so stupid? You know, a friend of mine once told me that he figured I became an actress because I had a hard time handling reality. Oh, boy, was he right. Please, you gotta help me with this. I mean, I've never been so scared in my life.
Ready?
I guess so.
Okay, here we go.
Here she comes.
Any comment, Ms. Shields? Are you glad Ted was dead? Give us a comment.
Whatever Miss Shields wants or needs to say will be said in court, if this case ever comes to trial.
Do you have anything you'd like to say to me, Roxanne?
You bet I do. I would like
Not
to
at this time. You work too hard.
Roxanne, we
You
have...
heard what Mr. Mason said.
I was talking to her.
Excuse me.
Hey.
I said excuse me.
What did you say?
So where to?
Ted Main's apartment. We'll drop you off first.
Hi, going up to see somebody?
Yeah, my name's Ken Malansky, and this is...
Perry Mason. I've got a thing for faces. Jamie Morrissey, how you doing?
We have permission to examine Mr. Main's apartment.
Go right ahead. Oh, no. You got to use the penthouse elevator over there.
All right, thanks.
Mr. Morrissey, you mentioned in your statement to the police that you saw a woman in a red dress get on the elevator.
That's right.
The penthouse elevator?
Yeah.
Did she seem to know where it was?
Went straight to it.
Did you see anyone else you didn't recognize down here that night?
As a matter of fact, there was somebody. A guy, kind of tall, dark, good-looking, but mean-looking, too. I know him from someplace. Like I said, I got this thing for faces.
Why didn't you mention that in your statement?
Police never asked. They just wanted to know about the woman.
Thank you, Mr. Morrissey.
Well, there's nothing in here that wasn't in the police report.
Ken, I've seen this place before, and I'm not talking about the photos taken by the police. Take a look in Main's book, the pictures.
This picture of Roxanne, it was taken in here. Right there on the couch.
That's right.
What a sleaze.
Yep. The system was put in to record his meetings with mobsters. He probably figured out the other uses for the camera later on.
A lot of those pictures were taken in here. And unless Maine brought those women up here blindfolded, all of them would know where that elevator was. The killer could be one of them.
I've already asked Ella to do some background research on those ladies.
Her birthday's coming up, you know.
I know.
What are you going to get her?
I'm keeping that a secret.
You mean you don't know yet?
I'm also keeping that a secret. Thanks.
Here's the idea. Roxanne Shields has Perry Mason, one of the most successful defense attorneys anywhere, right? The police have their suspect. They've made their case. They're through. But meanwhile, Mason is out looking for anything he can find to help get his client off. All he needs to show is reasonable doubt.
Which is a pretty tall order in this case.
Yes, but not impossible. Especially not for Mason.
All right, so just what is it you are proposing?
Let me run an investigation parallel to Mason's. I'll be on top of everything he finds. We can keep the prosecution up to speed on what he's got. And that way we will have a pretty hot story.
I am not at all certain about the ethics of this thing. Laura, I'll defer to you.
I knew the real Ted Maine, not just the showman. Everybody thought that was all there was to him. I loved him. I don't want Perry Mason to get Roxanne Shields off if she's guilty. But if she didn't do it, I'd sure as hell like to know who did. I think we should do it.
Okay, Michelle, we got the party scene, we got the restaurant scene, we got the living room, but I wonder if her orange dress is going to clash with those red and white tablecloths, but...
Ms. Kingsley, I'm Roxanne Shields' attorney. My name's Mason. Do you have time for some questions?
Of course. You want to give me just about 5 minutes? So, questions about Ted and me.
Basically, yes.
Well, why don't you just read his book?
I did. I take it your relationship was short-lived.
Well, I discovered fairly quickly he liked a lot of ladies. And I didn't like that.
You still produce his show.
I produce several shows here. My personal feelings don't enter into it.
You were angry when you learned that you were in the book?
I was upset, yes.
You had a very angry public argument with him the day he was murdered.
Well, he wanted to use my picture in the show he was doing that day on his book. I objected.
Where were you between 8 and 9 o'clock that night?
I was right here, going over costumes for a special that I'm producing.
Ever wear red, Miss Kingsley?
Rarely.
But if you wanted to wear red, a dress, for instance, you'd know right where to come, wouldn't you? Yep.
Hey, Della, any messages?
Yeah. Here they are.
Thanks.
Oh, Perry wants you to look at what I found on Mary Singer. It's in his office.
All right.
There you are.
And where's the rest of it?
That's it. You know, in his book, Ted Main described her as a high-fashion photographer he met at the Regis Hotel. No agency's ever heard of her.
Did you check the agencies in New York?
Chicago, Los Angeles, everywhere. It's like she didn't exist.
Well, Ted Main sure is kissing somebody in this picture.
If her real name is Mary Singer, I'll eat my hat. If I had one.
What's with the outfit? You trying to get into another book?
Don't be cute, Paulie. Where have you been?
Don't worry about it.
If I'm supposed to let you know my every move, then I'd like to know yours.
Just leave it alone.
What are you up to? What's the gun for?
It's none of your business. Because of what you did, sooner or later they're gonna come looking. And when they do, I'm gonna be ready. Sweet.
Look what just came.
I'd like you to get a knife just like that one.
And then what?
And then another, and another, and another. And maybe even one more.
I think I can do that.
Soon.
Mom, I'm home.
Limits, thanks to pressure from police, environmentalists, and terrified residents.
Mom?
In other news today, the Ted Main murder trial seems to be heating up with the bail hearing of TV star Roxanne Shields. Now we go live to Charlie Adams at the courthouse.
Roxanne Shields is free today after posting bail of $100,000. Though no one will comment, rumor has it the fact that Miss Shields was wearing red last night is central to the state's case. The woman seen entering Ted Main's apartment an hour before he was found murdered was also wearing red. And this is apparently too much of a coincidence.
Must be Sandra. I'm Roxanne Shields' attorney. I have an appointment to see your mother.
I don't think she's here. I just got back myself.
My name is Mason. Mind if I ask you some questions?
All right, come on in. What'd you want to ask me about?
This, mostly.
Where'd you get this? We never distributed these.
Well, there's been a lot of speculation that your mother would run for your father's seat.
That's been canceled. Ted Main pretty well took care of any political future my mother had, didn't he? She just started to get her life back together, and then he came along and tore it apart.
Was your mother home the night he was murdered?
She was at home with me.
So, you both have an alibi. You have each other. Tell your mother I'll call again. Thank you for your help.
I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to give out that kind of information.
Come on, I'm investigating a murder here.
You're not a cop, and you don't have a subpoena.
Well, subpoenas take time. I'm after a killer, Hillary, and the longer we stand here talking, the colder the trail gets.
Look, I'd like to help you, but...
All I want is Mary Singer's address. That's all, I swear.
All right, do you have any idea when she registered?
Sometime last June, I think.
Okay, hold on a sec.
Singer. Mary Singer. I really appreciate this, Clarence. Anytime you want to come down and see a taping or whatever, you just let me know, okay?
What are you doing here?
I remember you. You're the guy who pushes people around for Perry Mason. What was your name again?
Molansky. Ken Molansky. So why are you asking about Mary Singer?
I have a nose for news.
Seriously, what do you want with her?
The same thing you do.
You're that reporter, Charlie Adams, aren't you? Are you two together?
No.
I'm afraid we don't have any records of a Mary Singer.
Okay, thanks anyway. Well, I guess that's it for here, huh?
Guess so, yeah. See you around, Molansky.
We'll have somebody up here immediately. Well, thank you.
Do you remember seeing this woman?
Looks familiar.
She was here last June?
Well, it's a long time and a lot of people ago, my friend. I remember her. Beautiful woman, always acting mysterious. And boy, did she love to shop. Every time she came back, it took at least 2 of us to get all of her bags up to her room. As a matter of fact, she was here 3 times last year. Yeah, I remember her.
Was she ever here with anybody?
No, she was always alone.
You remember anything else?
She did a lot of shopping at Riddell's. Try that.
All right, thanks a lot.
My pleasure.
Ms. Rand?
That's right. Mr. Mason. Were you looking for me?
Yes. Your office has been very reluctant to make an appointment.
I really don't have anything to say to you, Mr. Mason.
Perhaps you'd answer just one question.
What is that?
When did you first read The Galleys of Ted Main's book?
Why do you ask?
My office spoke to Main's publisher and got the exact date The Galleys came out. 3 days later, your company took out a $5 million insurance policy on Main.
What are you getting at?
That book really upset you, didn't it?
How dare you imply such a thing? I love Ted Main, and we were going to be married. I think you are beneath contempt, Mr. Mason, so I will thank you to leave me alone. Do you hear me?
Ms. Rand. I hear you, Ms. Rand. And so does everyone else. Don't they?
So what kept you?
Well, look who's here.
Look, there's no point in us tripping over each other. Why don't we call it a truce and see if we can help each other out? We're both after the same thing.
We are?
Yeah, the truth.
Well, you know, I thought you and Mason were just interested in getting your client off.
In this case, our client happens to be innocent.
Well, that remains to be seen.
So you coming or not?
Give me one good reason.
Well, you remember when you asked that salesman in there where you delivered something to Mary Singer? I told him to give you the wrong address. I got the right one here.
That's one good reason.
Miss Shields will be right with you.
Thank you. Your relatives in Cleveland, how are they?
Fine, thanks. Why?
Well, you told Miss Shields you were going to Cleveland to visit them the night of the murder. You didn't make the trip.
Look, Mr. Mason, I was supposed to work the weekend, but I wanted to spend some time with my boyfriend, so I lied. Do you have to tell Miss Shields?
No. But I am interested in where you were the night of the murder.
We were at a party. There's a dozen people can swear I was there all night.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Mason. Annie, have you gotten my prescription from the drugstore yet?
I'll do it right after I take care of this. Excuse me.
May I see your bedroom?
My bedroom?
Yep, your bedroom.
What are you looking for?
How the killer could have known what you were wearing. I was hoping there was a building across here so someone could have seen you dressed in red. Have you thought about what you're wearing to court? Good.
So, Melansky, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I'd like to be half as good as Perry Mason. How about you?
I'm good now. I'm just waiting for the world to recognize it.
Certainly giving him every opportunity. Thought maybe you were going to be the next Ted Main.
You know, Ted Main used to be a damn good journalist. One of the best. Shouldn't that place be around here somewhere?
5983, 5987.
989. This can't be it.
Mary Singer? No, I'm afraid I've never heard of her.
But, Reverend, she had a freezer delivered to this address. That was just last November.
A freezer? This is a church, not a restaurant.
Well, you have a kitchen. Maybe she donated it?
I don't know anything about any freezer or about this Mary Singer. I wish she had given us a freezer. We could use it. Sorry.
The people at the store must have given me the wrong address.
Let's try the parcel service office. Thank you, Reverend.
Yeah, thanks.
This is Reverend Leary. Someone was just here asking about Mary Singer.
There it is.
Where? There's no place to park.
Look, you stay here. I will be right back.
All right.
Mary Singer?
I found her credit card. I'm trying to return it to her.
Why don't you just turn it over to the police?
Because the police won't give me a reward.
Okay. Mary and Paul Singer, 7920 Valley Way.
Thank you very much.
You bet.
You mind stepping out there, sir? No, not at all. All right, put your hands on the hood and spread them. May I see some identification, please?
Well, you mind telling me what this is all about?
This car's been reported stolen. What are you talking about? Just keep your hands where I can see them.
Well, my wallet's in my right-hand pocket. Do you mind if I get it?
Okay.
Charlie, run! They caught me. Go ahead, run! Get out of here!
Hey, get her! Hey! All right. Give me your other hand.
Don't come in.
What do you mean, don't come in?
Ken just called.
Good. Where is he?
In jail.
Jail.
Little place about 40 miles from here called Georgetown. The police chief is waiting for your call.
I'd like to speak to the chief of police, please. The name's Mason. Yes, I'll hold. Do you happen to know the best escort service in town?
Not right offhand.
Would you find out for me?
Mm-hmm.
You can use my phone.
Oh, yes.
There you go, Bill.
Thanks a lot, Miss Adams. My wife will be thrilled. And again, I'm sorry about the mix-up.
Oh, that's okay. These things happen.
I called a cab for you. It's waiting outside.
How sweet of you. Thank you. Where's Mr. Molansky?
He's still in the tank. The chief's on the phone checking out his story.
Well, I guess I better be going. Thanks for everything. It was nice to meet you all. Oh, thanks.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
Mary Singer?
Right.
Now, you're the second person who's come in here today asking about her.
Yeah, I know. In fact, that first woman, you know, the pushy one? She's my girlfriend.
Oh, why didn't you just ask her for the address?
She lost it, can you believe it? She is such a flake. Anyway, she was too embarrassed to come back here, so she sent me. Story of my life.
Okay.
Charlene Adams. Charlie Adams. Paul, she's that reporter.
You're gonna scream? What are you doing here? Don't move.
Paul! Paulie, the back door!
Nobody's there.
Charlie?
I'm okay, Molansky.
Next time, think before you get yourself into a situation you're not prepared to handle.
Hold it right there. Drop it. Now.
Knife, too.
You okay, Paulie?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Paulie.
Paul Danton, the mobster.
Shut up! What are you waiting for? Get rid of him.
Let me see.
State your name, please.
Susan Reardon.
And what is your occupation?
I'm a medical examiner employed by the county.
In your professional capacity, did you perform a post-mortem examination of Ted Main?
Yes, I did.
Have you established the time of death?
Approximately between 8:15 and 8:30 on the evening of the 19th.
Will you please tell the court the cause of death?
Ted Main was killed with a knife wound in the chest, which punctured his aorta.
Have you had the opportunity to examine this knife marked State Exhibit B?
Yes, I have.
Did you find blood traces on this knife?
Yes.
Were you able to determine if the blood on this knife matches Ted Main's?
Yes, it does.
No further questions.
At about 7:30 the morning after the murder, we responded to a call from the supervisor of Ted Main's building.
And who discovered Mr. Main's body?
The maid had come in to clean, and she saw the body lying on the carpet.
Did you interview the defendant that morning?
Yes, I did.
What prompted you to do that?
Well, she had publicly threatened him with bodily harm.
Could the defendant account for her whereabouts at the time of the murder?
Well, she stated that she was in her apartment, alone.
I call your attention to State's Exhibit B. Do you recognize it?
Yes, it has my mark on it.
Mm-hmm. When did you first see this knife, Lieutenant?
That morning, it was in the trunk of Miss Shields' car.
Well, thank you, Lieutenant. No further questions.
She came out of the elevator, and she went straight toward Mr. Main's apartment.
Did you get a good look at her?
Yes, I did. At least I got a good look at what I could see of her.
What do you mean, Mr. Wyman?
Well, she was all bundled up, kind of like the way she is now.
That's the woman you saw that night? The defendant?
Yes, it is.
Aside from the way she was dressed, did you notice anything else about her?
Well, yes. She was wearing Roxanne. You know, the perfume.
Are you an expert on perfumes, Mr. Wyman?
Well, somewhat. I like women, you see, and at my age, in order to enjoy their company, I often have to throw what you might call perks into the relationship.
Perks?
Yeah, you know, flowers, champagne, perfumes, that sort of thing. And as a result, I know my flowers, I know my champagnes, and I know my perfumes.
So you're sure that the woman you saw that night was wearing Roxanne?
Absolutely.
No more questions.
Mr. Mason.
Defense has no questions, Your Honor.
Next witness.
The state calls Mr. James Morrissey.
You're excused.
About how far away from her were you when you saw her?
About 30 feet. Saw her clear as a bell.
And you see that woman in this courtroom today?
Yes, sir. She's right there.
Let the record show that the witness pointed to the defendant. How is your eyesight, Mr. Morrissey?
20/20.
You don't wear contacts or glasses?
No, sir.
And you are absolutely certain it was the defendant you saw that night?
Yes, sir.
Your witness.
What time did you see this woman, Mr. Morrissey?
About 8 o'clock.
And how was the woman you saw dressed?
Just like she is now.
What color were her eyes?
Well, I don't know. She was wearing dark glasses, like she's got on now.
What color was her hair?
Red.
But if she was wearing a scarf, how could you tell? Are you just assuming her hair was red because Roxanne Shields' hair is red?
Look, all I know is that's the woman I saw that night.
And you are sure?
Positive.
Are you sure it wasn't that woman? Or what about that woman? Or could it have been this woman? Well?
No, it was her. I'm positive.
Would you mind? Let the record show that this witness, like Mr. Wyman before him, has identified not Roxanne Shields, but Jenny Tessier, an employee of a local escort service. Roxanne Shields is the woman now standing in the rear of the courtroom. No further questions. Della, any word from Ken?
Not yet.
I'm worried.
So am I.
Mr. Mason,
Yes?
we'd like to talk.
See you back in the office. Everything's fine.
In here.
You all right?
Yeah. So far.
Is this Ken Melansky?
Yes, he is.
He work with you?
Yes, he does. Why are you holding him?
Because he and the young lady have stumbled onto two people we have in the witness protection program.
We found Mary Singer and her brother.
His real name's Paul Danton. She's his sister, Marie. They're both due in court this summer to give key testimony on some top organized crime people. As you can imagine, your finding them causes us some problems.
I'm sorry for any inconvenience, but I need both witnesses in court tomorrow morning.
Now, wait a minute. That would require us to relocate them with new identities.
My client is on trial for murder. Their testimony will be important. I'd like them in court at 9 o'clock.
You've got a lot of nerve, Mr. Mason.
I wouldn't think you'd want it publicized on television how these two young people found your protected witnesses.
I'll have them there.
Now, where's the young lady?
Mary arranged for your release.
Great.
Thought we were supposed to be in this together.
I didn't think I could trust you.
Well, right now, the only thing I know for sure is that I can't trust you.
Is there more to this lecture?
No? You're welcome.
Your Honor, page 94. Page 94, Mr. Prosecutor. Ms. Danton, you have in your hand a copy of Ted Main's book, opened to page 94. Would you identify the woman in the picture, please?
It's me. I told Ted my name was Mary Singer and that I was a fashion photographer because I obviously couldn't tell him my real name.
When was that picture taken?
Last year in June.
When you saw your picture in Ted Main's book, what was your reaction?
I was scared. I was afraid my brother's enemies would recognize me and eventually trace us to our new home.
Were you angry?
Yes, mostly at myself.
Where were you the evening of March 19th?
Objection. Relevancy. Miss Danton is not on trial here.
Your Honor, the state contends that my client is guilty in large part because she had a motive for killing Ted Main and an alibi that cannot be substantiated. I intend to show that she is not the only person who meets those criteria.
Overruled. Witness is instructed to answer the question.
I was home in Georgetown that night.
With your brother?
No.
You were alone.
My brother came back at 8 o'clock.
How can you be so sure of the time?
I was watching TV and I switched to a program I wanted to see.
No further questions?
No questions.
Defense calls Mr. Paul Danton. How did you feel when you saw that picture, Mr. Danton?
I was mad as hell.
At whom?
My sister. And that creep Maine for telling the world stuff any normal man would have kept himself.
Where were you the evening of the 19th?
Objection. If Mr. Mason calls everybody who had a reason to dislike Ted Main to the stand, we could be here for months.
Your Honor.
Yes, I know. Objection overruled. Witness will answer the question, please.
I was out driving around.
You ended up in the lobby of Ted Main's apartment building, did you not? The concierge of that building is sitting right back over there. Now, you remember him? You do remember him.
Yeah, I was there that night.
And what did you do while you were there?
Nothing. I never got the chance. He saw me, so I left.
What did you intend to do?
I'll take care of business.
Kill him?
Objection. He's badgering the witness.
Overruled. Mr. Mason?
Did you want to kill him?
He wasn't worth it.
You didn't slip in later when Mr. Morrissey's back was turned?
No, I went home.
On your way home, you stopped at a convenience store in Idaho Springs, a town over 20 miles from your house, did you not?
Yeah, to pick up cigarettes, odds and ends. Well, then I stopped for a beer. So what?
Are you aware that later on that evening there was a holdup in that store?
I read about it in the paper.
Now, the police have supplied us with a copy of the surveillance tape of the night of the robbery. It shows that you were there at 8:30. If necessary, I can introduce it into evidence.
What's your point?
The tape proves you couldn't have been home by 8 o'clock, as your sister testified.
It's over half an hour from town to Idaho Springs. That proves I couldn't have killed Maine. The tape gives me an alibi.
Exactly my point. You have an alibi. But your sister does not. No further questions.
No questions.
Defense calls Brenda Kingsley. Who broke off your affair, you or Ted Main?
I did.
It was at about that time that you applied for a job with another television company.
That's right.
Isn't it true that you didn't get that job because Ted Main made a phone call to one of the company's executives?
That was a rumor. I didn't pay much attention to it.
What if I produce several co-workers who will testify that you were furious at the time, that you threatened Main?
Well, that was a long, long time ago.
Where were you between 8 and 9 o'clock the evening of the 19th, Miss Kingsley?
I was in a costume warehouse.
With whom?
I was alone.
No more questions.
No questions.
Defense calls Nora Turner to the stand. I understand that before this book was published, you planned to run for your late husband's seat in Congress.
That's right.
You still plan to run?
Not now.
Where were you the night Ted Main was murdered?
I was home with my daughter.
The two of you were at home that night.
Yes,
Who's Gary Hazelton?
he's my boyfriend. We're going steady.
Isn't it true that on the night Ted Main was murdered, you were with Gary?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled. Mr. Mason?
Isn't it true that on the night Ted Main was murdered, you were with Gary?
I was at home with my mother.
Mr. Hazelton, would you please stand? Sandra, unless you tell me the truth, I'll have to put your friend on the stand. If he lies for you under oath, he'll go to jail. Is that what you want?
No. I wasn't home that night. I was out with Gary.
Thank you, Mr. Hazelton. The day I came to your house, something was burning in the fireplace, a red dress. You were trying to destroy it, were you not?
Yes.
Was that because you suspected your mother was the one who killed Ted Main? Speak up, Sandra.
Yes.
I have no more questions.
No questions, Your Honor.
Witness is excused. And I think we'll break here for lunch. Court is in recess until 2:30.
Hello? You mind if I come in?
As long as you don't touch anything.
Well, it looks like Nora Turner did it, huh?
She certainly could have.
What are you doing here?
There are still a couple of missing pieces.
So what are your chances of proving Roxanne Shields innocent?
Charlie, do something for me, will you? Go over there and open that chest.
I'm sorry, what chest?
That chest. And bring me the camera you put in it. Ted Main would be proud.
I'm an investigative reporter.
That so?
I just want the real story, Mr. Mason.
At what cost to yourself?
What is that supposed to mean?
You're not above using rumor or innuendo, are you?
I do what I have to do to get the truth.
Charlie, what you have to do is to make sure it's possible to tell the difference between you and Ted Main.
And you can't.
If I were running your network, I'd give you Ted Main's show. You'd be a perfect replacement.
Can I quote you on that?
Definitely.
What was that all about?
Just exchanging points of view.
She could use a new one.
She's a good reporter, Ken. She's a bright and talented young woman. I like her.
You could have fooled me.
And that's not so easy. Those the police photos?
Yeah. Okay. Ted Main comes home. He takes a shower. He pours himself a drink, and that's when the killer comes. Now, since there's no sign of forced entry, he probably let the killer in himself.
And since a glass of brandy with his fingerprints all over it was sitting out on the bar, the glass of scotch that was found on the floor must have been meant for his killer.
So he pours him or her a drink, turns around and gets stabbed in the chest. He drops the glass, falls to the floor, and dies.
How'd whatever was sitting there, how did it get broken?
It's a bull. Maybe he staggered into it and knocked it over.
No, he would have left a trail of blood both ways. Why should that have been broken?
Doesn't make sense.
How did the killer know Roxanne would be wearing a red dress that night?
That doesn't make sense either. Maybe her assistant told someone.
No, no reason to. Look, you take the red dress. I'll take the bull.
Well, what an unpleasant surprise.
Look, Mason just raked me over the coals. I don't need it from you two.
Well, I got news for you. Mason actually likes you.
Got a pretty funny way of showing it.
Part of his charm, I guess. Now I gotta go.
Wait. I've been thinking. I want to help.
I bet.
Now just listen a second, okay? I realize that I've been fairly obnoxious. And, I feel really bad about what happened the other day. Is that enough of an apology for you? Ken, please don't make this any tougher for me than it already is.
Get in.
Mind if I ask you a question?
I wouldn't know how to stop you.
Are we going somewhere specifically, or are we just out for a drive?
Okay, here's the plan. The killer had to know that Roxanne was going to wear a red dress the night of the murder.
I heard about Mason's little trick in the courtroom, all those mysterious ladies in red. Very smart. Wish we had been there. Sorry.
As I was saying, I was on my way to Roxanne's suite at the Hotel St. Clair.
So you're gonna figure out how the killer knew about that dress?
I'm gonna try.
Ken,
Yes?
I think you're going about this entirely the wrong way.
What are you talking about?
The Hotel St. Clair, it's back that way. You should have turned left about 6 blocks ago.
I knew that. Just seeing if you're paying attention.
Thank you, Miss Street, for agreeing to testify. Proceed, Mr. Mason.
Miss Street, this is the murder weapon. Now, I recently asked you to buy a knife identical to the one in this photo, did I not? It's similar to the murder weapon.
Yes, you did.
And were you able to do that?
Yes, I was.
With what degree of success?
Bailiff? I found a dozen similar knives.
Your Honor, at this time, I'd like to request that those knives be entered into evidence as defense exhibits 15, 16, 17, 18, through 26.
I object.
Your Honor, anyone could have gone out and bought a knife just like the ones on that table and the one in that photograph and used it to kill Ted Main and then planted it in Roxanne's car.
Objection! Now Mr. Mason is testifying.
Thank you, Miss Street, that's all.
No questions.
Are you trying to say that I helped somebody frame Roxanne?
No.
No.
Not at all.
Maybe you told somebody about the dress inadvertently?
The only person I talked to about that dress was Roxanne.
Was the dress in this room the whole time?
Yes.
You didn't need to press it or anything?
Of course. But it only took a couple of minutes.
Can you show us where you pressed it?
This is where I did it.
I have much better things to do with my time, thanks.
Roxanne, how do you feel about Ted Main?
The next time I see him, I'm gonna ram this rotten little heart!
Did you mean it when you said that, Ms. Shields?
Of course not.
Then why did you say it?
Because I was hurt. And I was humiliated, and I was mad, but I never would have really killed him.
We've heard Mr. Wyman swear under oath that the woman who went up to Ted Main's apartment the night he was murdered was wearing Roxanne perfume. Now, it's called Roxanne because you endorse it. Is that correct?
Yes,
Is this the perfume you endorse?
it's the Roxanne bottle. Yes, this is Roxanne.
Would you put some on your left wrist, please? One would assume that because you endorse Roxanne perfume, you also wear it.
One would assume that, yes.
In point of fact, You do not wear it, do you?
No.
You do not wear any perfume, do you?
No.
Isn't it true that you are so allergic to the ingredients commonly found in perfume that you take antihistamines just to be in the same room with women who do wear perfume?
Yes, that is very true.
If you try wearing even a little perfume, what happens?
This happens. Is this what you were looking for?
Depends on the view.
You've seen 4 rooms already. The view is basically the same.
Well, some are better than others.
Molansky? Looks like this is the one.
Looks like you're right. Good news. At Roxanne's hotel, there's a room in an adjacent wing that looks directly into Annie Boland's office.
And that's how the killer knew what Roxanne was wearing the night of the murder. See, she rented the room and she watched Annie press the dress.
Actually, we figured that much out thanks to Charlie.
Who rented the room?
Well, we know that it was a woman. She stayed one night and she paid cash. She registered under the name of Jane Johnson. They only remember that she wore a scarf and sunglasses.
But when we talked to the maid who cleaned the room after she checked out, she said she remembered one thing vividly.
Whoever stayed in that room was a smoker. The maid said the wastebasket was full of cigarette butts. She remembered it vividly because that room's on a non-smoking floor.
Della, find out the date of Ted Main's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Ken, talk to the maid. Find out what brand that woman smoked.
Right away. Perry, tomorrow's Della's birthday, you know.
I'm trying to keep it a secret.
What'd you get her?
Remember, I'm also keeping that a secret.
I could have gone to my network with all of this, you know.
Yes, I know.
You're not surprised that I didn't?
No. I am pleased. Perry. You and Ted Main were engaged to be married. Is that right, Ms. Rand?
Yes, it is.
How long had you known him?
We met about a year ago when Rand Cosmetics became the sole sponsor of his show.
You became engaged when?
Within a month. We fell in love almost instantly.
And after he published this book in which he described his affairs with various women in extensive detail, how did you feel about him then?
I still loved him. All those affairs happened long before he met me.
You didn't feel angry or resentful?
Of course not. It was ancient history.
Isn't it also ancient history that you suffer from a psychotic kind of jealousy?
Objection. Relevancy.
Sustained.
Your birthday's when, Ms. Rand?
August 7th.
Ted Main's birthday?
April 24th.
So, according to astrology, he was a
Taurus.
Taurus. Taurus the bull. You believe in astrology, don't you, Ms. Rand?
It's harmless fun.
Last year for his birthday, didn't you give Ted a present? A ceramic bull, identical to this one?
Yes, I gave Ted a statue like that, yes.
Where were you the night your fiancé was murdered, Ms. Rand?
I was home, alone.
Your Honor, I have no more questions of this witness, but I reserve the right to recall her at a later time. Mr. Kelly, what time did you go on duty as night manager at the Hotel Sinclair on March 19th?
3 p.m. sharp. I'm never late. Never.
Is it true that room 1502 in the east wing of the Hotel Sinclair has a view towards the south wing where your luxury suites are located?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
Do you recall who checked into that room on March 19th?
Yes, sir. She called herself Jane Johnson.
You say called herself? You had reason to doubt her name?
Well, she insisted on paying cash. She refused to show any identification or credit cards. She wore dark sunglasses and a high scarf. Well, you know, like a celebrity or something.
Can you describe her in any other way?
Yes. She was about 5'6" tall, dark hair, excellent figure, marvelous perfume.
Would you say she was about the same size as Laura Rand? That's the woman sitting just in back of the prosecutor.
Yes.
But you can't positively identify her?
No, sir.
No. Mr. Hartman, you have in your hand Defense Exhibit 15, a knife like the one used to kill Ted Main. Is it true that you sell those at your hunting shop?
Yes, sir, definitely.
Do you recall selling a knife like that to a woman on the 19th of March?
Yes, definitely the afternoon of the 19th it did.
What makes you so sure?
Oh, Mr. Mason, I sell a lot of handguns to women, but a knife like this, I hardly ever sell one of these to a woman. So I remember it clearly.
Can you describe the woman?
She's built real nice. She had a sexy perfume, you know, the kind that drive most guys a little crazy. But like I told you before, she had dark shades and a scarf on, so I really didn't see her face too clearly.
Your Honor, I recall Laura Rand. Ms. Rand, you were a guest at the Hotel Sinclair the night of the murder?
No.
Have you ever visited the Hotel Sinclair?
No. Never.
Have you ever visited Mr. Hartman's hunting supply store?
No. Never.
Your Honor, I fail to see the point of any of this line of questioning. This is all baseless, and Mr. Mason is wasting the court's time.
Your Honor, once again I reserve the right to recall Ms. Rand and now call Police Lieutenant Brock. Lieutenant Brock, you are and have been stipulated to be a recognized expert in criminalistics, are you not?
That is correct.
Did you recently have the opportunity to examine the desk register and room 1502 at the Hotel Sinclair?
Yes, at your request, I examined both of those areas for fingerprints.
Did you also check and examine the front counter area of Hartman's hunting supply store for fingerprints?
Yes, I did, Mr. Mason.
Were you able to locate and identify any legible prints?
As you can imagine, there were quite a few full and partial prints which were discovered. Of these, we took only the clear, full prints and matched them with our known exemplars.
Were you able to identify those prints, Lieutenant?
The matched prints belonged to Laura Rand.
Now I ask you, on the night of March 19th, did you not go to your fiancé's penthouse and murder him, knowing Roxanne Shields would be blamed?
No. I loved Ted. Why would I kill him?
Mr. Molansky, according to the sworn testimony Marie Danton gave in this courtroom, she had an affair with Ted Main, not in June of 1990 as he contended in his book, but in June of 1991, while he was engaged to you. He lied to you, didn't he? You became jealous, insanely jealous. How many other women had he lied about? How many? A statue identical to the one you'd given Ted Main was found 10 feet from his body, broken into hundreds of pieces. Now, how did that happen, Ms. Rand?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
We show you a blow-up from page 94 of Main's book. It's a picture of Ted and Marie Danton. Now, if you look closely, you can see the statue you gave him in the background. It's not in any other picture, just that one. You certainly realized the significance of that, did you not? Ted Main had had an affair after he met you, maybe several. That made you insanely jealous, did it not? Roxanne Shields' statement on television gave you the perfect person to frame. You were insanely jealous of her, too, were you not? So, You went to his penthouse that night, disguised as Roxanne Shields. You stabbed him to death, and you smashed the statue. The present you'd given him, you smashed it to bits. Ironic, isn't it, Ms. Rand? The loving present you'd given him is one of the things that trapped you.
Mr. Mason. Do you want to know what is really ironic? Ted's ego. If he hadn't included Marie Datton in that book, I never would have known. Oh, but he just had to include her pictures and all. He just couldn't resist flaunting one last conquest. I think men get what they deserve. Don't you?
Move to dismiss, Your Honor.
Defense certainly concurs.
Motion is granted. Bailiff is instructed to take this witness into custody. This court is adjourned.
Isn't he wonderful?
I think so.
Harry?
So, what about that charity dinner?
You just named the day, and I am there. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Della.
Oh, good luck, dear.
Thank you all. Thank you. Oh.
Hold on. Where are you going?
That is one murderer I happen to be on a first-name basis with. Any luck, and I'm going to get an exclusive.
Well, I thought maybe we could have lunch.
Are you kidding? Dinner. Meet me at the station at 6:30.
I'm not waiting till 6:30.
What's this?
Present.
For whom?
For you.
Thank you.
Put it away.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
Next fall, we'll take a trip to where those grew up.
Oh. How did you know?
Who's the greatest detective in the world?
Sherlock Holmes.
Happy birthday.